What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a brand new video. Now, today is a little bit of a different video. Now I haven't done one in a while because uh, obviously the course that I was doing took a lot of time and effort and energy, as well as I fell ill for a few weeks as well. So going into the new year, last month, because obviously it's the 2nd of February, last month really kicked, kicked my ass. But thank you very much for subscribing, leaving comments, leaving recommendations. But through that period, a movie came out called The Iron Lung. Now, it's been doing its numbers around the internet. Now, I thought I did go and end up watching the movie. I posted in my community tab. One way to keep updated with the channel is I leave messages for you guys. I post in there quite frequently as well, upcoming things, future things, and I went and watched it. And I thought the first half of this video I could, you know, um, leave a movie kind of review. Now, I normally don't do like movie reactions or even like movie reviews. I've reacted to a few movie or film soundtracks here and there, but this channel is primarily reacting to game soundtracks. Now, the movie is based on a game, it's an adaptation of the game, but I thought it was very interesting in how this movie came about and how this movie was made. Ultimately, I think. It's a property that I'm not well versed in the Iron Lung or Iron Lung. I understand that it was like an indie game. It was developed by like one guy, a Markiplier kind of pioneered and made that game popular. Then, he wanted to adapt it into a movie, and a lot of Hollywood studios denied it. But I think what's more interesting is the success that Iron Lung is currently having in the box office. And I'll show some like screen grabs of box office reports on just on the screen now. And the fact that Hollywood didn't even believe in this movie. And Markiplier has like 35 million subscribers, one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform. And like the fact that Hollywood, looked at that and said, nah, you're not worthy. And he starred, wrote, directed, edited, like it was incredible. And one of my biggest enjoyment of the movie was just the sound design. Now, I've done sound design for games, show reels, and I studied at a bachelor level degree and I did sound design there as well. But the movie is in one location, and the sound design, the atmosphere from the ground up with the Foley work as well, fucking phenomenal. And yeah, I mean, Markiplier, this is kind of like, I mean, look, if you've subscribed to the channel for long enough, I mean, Markiplier, he's done movies, like he's done stuff on his channel where he's directed, he's acted, he's done like little kind of Vine-esque comedy reels. And I'm not on about like Instagram reels, but I think the movie is ultimately, as your introduction, this is something to build. Like, he's got potential in terms of acting. I mean, when you get past Markiplier and you just judge him on his acting, there is stuff there. Like his directing skills. When you go to film school like I have, or when we're told to have like one character, one location, don't overcomplicate it. And I think he really did that. I mean, look, the game as well. It's pretty much one location, but I think he added to the mythos. I think he added to the intrigue, and I think there's a solid thing. And the movie was made very cheap, and the fact that it's made that back, it's made over the budget, over the budget. They've got to be thinking of a sequel. And then if you're a studio, do you give it a studio backing, maybe a bigger budget? I don't know. I don't know. Do you think Markiplier is one of those people as well that not succumbs to the Hollywood approach, but maybe he takes it? I don't think he does. I don't think he does. I think what's great about Markiplier is that he keeps it moving, man. The success, I don't think he'll. I think he's obviously grateful for the success. He's built a platform. He has built a demand to kind of mainstream. And I think that's what's great about it. That's what's great. And I think he'll just go back to making games. Like, he'll have a walkthrough or a playthrough of Resident Evil 9 that's coming out soon as well. Like, it's going to be great. But that being said, I thought it was only fitting to have a review, but also to react to the game soundtrack. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it. I mean, just the approach, right? This is called Ghostlight. Track one in this playlist on YouTube, and it's the atmosphere, just like in the movie. It's the atmosphere, synth violins, and just little distortion melodies being played throughout the mix. Just really pulsing, just building on that tension. The almost like a heartbeat. A lot of people say like the emptiness with sea, right? And just how quiet the sea almost feels. And it's kind of like you take that approach but you make it with like blood, like traveling through a sea of blood. Um just how quiet and vast that feels, just echoes, whoa, just echoes, just a lot of uh vibration kind of going through a lot of like the sound design as well with the approach, right? Mixing, making it quiet, echo, um, and then just having like just quiet, like even here, just echo, just little pulse underneath, just and then it's just kind of honestly maybe just a bit of like transition sound, like a just through the mix, even there the strings. I mean, even here, right? You've got the motif playing, kind of three layers, if you will, maybe more. I'm not too sure, but I'm thinking of three. You kind of got this. It's all distorted. It's all synth violins and just distortion plugins added through. But it's just even like strings, high strings, and then it's being added through. Where you going? Just added through the mix, almost like Minecraft esque. Just the playing out very like peaceful. I mean, obviously we know kind of the plot on what like Iron Lung, all of that type of stuff. Not really necessarily peaceful, but kind of quiet in its nature. Almost like experimental, metallic sounding there. Maybe because kind of you're in a submarine, metallic, surrounded by a lot of metal. Just the way that sound then sounded. But yeah, I think very interesting with the soundtracks. If you want me, of course, to react to more Iron Lung soundtracks, I will post down in the comments down below. any game esque that resemble that type of stuff as well. Post down in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. The reactions and the breakdowns are going to get more frequent. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Until next time, bye bye.